Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of my podcast. Let me start this journey by introducing myself. My name is Shashank Shekhar. I am a student currently doing BTech in Mechanical Engineering from Birla Institute of Technology, Mesra. So, this podcast is one of those things I wanted to start for a while now, but couldn't start then. But now I am a college student pursuing engineering. So, as legends say, an student can do everything he or she wants to. And who knows, along the way, they might end up doing engineering as well. Lame joke alert. And yeah, one of those things I would like to warn you about that there are going to be a lot of lame jokes. So please just bear with me. Thank you. Yeah. So, what is this podcast going to be about? Let me start by telling you about some of my passions like reading about stuff randomly, quizzing, and debating. Not on the dinner table with my mom and dad, though, if you know what I mean. Such debates generally don't end up well on the note of harmony. I'm sure you guys also must have experienced this. I am just joking, mom and dad. I absolutely agree with you guys on all the things. You don't say. Kidding again. So, moving on. This podcast is gonna be about things that I find interesting, and I think that you guys will also enjoy. And I'll try to put my personal viewpoint and thoughts on it. All fields are checked in: history, science, entertainment, geography, politics, art, lifestyle, and we'll also explore about more such enthralling fields along the way, as you never know where the stream is going to take you, right? Sometimes you just got to go with the flow, and I plan on doing that, which is not doing it with a plan. So let's start with today's topic, which is Da Vinci, Michelangelo, and the Renaissance. So the story starts at the time of 14th century, when the medieval art, philosophy, and literature took a huge turn, as in a kind of revolution came. New ideas, methods, and different kind of subject for the art became popular. Before this period in Europe, or should I say further in the West as well, the culture was in the hands, or should I say all the powers were centralized to the church. You know that belief, religion over science? You guys must have heard about Galileo, right? He was punished by the church for putting out this theory of heliocentric solar system, meaning that the sun is stationary with respect to the solar system, otherwise it's moving just like everything in the universe. Yeah, so the sun is stationary and the earth revolves around it. This is what that period was like. Yeah, so when the Renaissance period started, Renaissance meaning rebirth, it is a French word. The two of the pioneers who came along the way were Da Vinci and Michelangelo, who were both Italian by the way. Da Vinci worked on a plethora of fields ranging from designing a flying machine at that time to studying anatomy of human body. And likewise, Michelangelo was an architect, painter, and majorly a sculptor. Leonardo Leonardo da Vinci, being born in Florence, a city in Italy, in 1452, marked the start of this era. When he was about 20, he completed one of his oldest known work, the Feast of Santa Maria del. And a couple of years later, Michelangelo was also born. Gonna talk about him later. I think they were a couple of decades apart in their timeline. Yeah, so coming back to Da Vinci. He went on with this work and painted The Last Supper, Saint John the Baptist, Mona Lisa, and many more of his work. You know, for the painting Mona Lisa and its mysterious smile, he had started studying anatomy of human face and did his research on the subject for more than a year. Not doing all-nighters to complete an entire subject a night before the exam, just like we do. Moving on. There have been a lot of conspiracy theories as well as how Da Vinci used to code ideas in his painting for the future generations. I don't know if that's completely true, but they sure are interesting. One of those is that before painting Sir John the Baptist, it was known that he was studying mirror effects, and centuries later, it was discovered that in this painting of his, when it was mirrored and color corrected, showed the face of a being which was surely doesn't looking to belong from our planet. It might be an alien, I don't know. I recommend that movie, The Da Vinci Code, if you are interested in such topics. Tom Hanks, Alfred Molina, yeah, Dr. Octopus. The movie's plot revolves around such topic. Have a look. Yeah, so coming on to Michelangelo, again a genius, way ahead of his time, was a master sculptor. His work, David, is simply mind blowing as how that guy has literally carved out the most beautiful man, as the world say, from a marble rock. Pieta is another work of his that will simply blow your mind. How this man can bring a piece of rock to life. He also painted the ceiling of Sistine Chapel, a church in the Vatican City, which is the official residence of the Pope. Interestingly, at that time, this piece of art on the ceiling did not gain that much accolade. Just because the guy has painted on the inner side of the dome of the chapel, which was eventually too high to be observed properly from the ground level. I now I know you guys would be like, what a waste. Honestly, I feel the same. But now tourists look at it using binoculars, I guess. I don't know. But it must have hurt him when he would have realized that shit, man, the work is invisible. Leonardo is widely regarded to have been a genius who epitomized the Renaissance humanist ideal, and his collective works compose a contribution to later generation of artists, matched only by that of his younger contemporary Michelangelo. Mona Lisa, the painting, was once hung in Napoleon's bedroom. It was also once stolen, and the interesting fact is that Pablo Picasso was one of the suspects. Leonardo is widely recognized as the father of higher Renaissance, while Leonardo famously left a number of major commissions incomplete. Those that he did finish are today some of the most recognizable images of the Italian, or should I say, the entire Renaissance, including the Mona Lisa, of course. Michelangelo also wrote over 300 poems during his lifetime. Most of his great sonnets were written to his close friend, Vittoria. But at the end, Michelangelo died a very rich man. Now, when we study about these geniuses who went on to define the entire century by their work, how extraordinary they must be. I mean, can we even comprehend? Were they even aware of their own greatness or their own genius? Can't say, man. Do you think any of us could turn out to be a revolutionary in our fields of such magnitude? Do you guys think that success is only about greatness? I mean, does the greatest of a field only deserve to be called a successful guy? I don't know. Do let me know your views in the comments. So that's it for today. We'll be returning next week with another interesting topic. Till then, goodbye, you all.